it takes a lot from you just thinking about it. You think and you forget. In fact, you can even dream for months and years and you never write anything down. Because that's how you start. Create your plan. That plan you can now meet with others and review. You can go to even your bank and review. You can go to any other person because a problem shared is a problem solved as well. First level. Second thing is, you now look at it and say, going from point A to point B, what does it take? What will it take? Is it just me? Are there others that are required? And when I say others, not just the people, but the little things that you put in. People forget finance is a big part of it. When he mentioned that, financial, I know every month I look at the balance sheet and I'm like, my heart always puts it is that, okay, I'm good. But we thank God. So that cost is there. You also have the little structures that you need to put in place. Now, one of the greatest things that we need to start learning how to do is don't keep that idea to yourself. It's just like how people want to travel. We have this culture. They're traveling tonight also. I'm going to Ibadan. No, that person is going out of the country. No. You've not helped yourself if you don't know. What you do is, there's so many companies that you can just sign up strategically, both competing and competing. Why I say compete? Look at the fintechs today. Before, it was just the commercial banks. Now, the same commercial banks are saying, microfinance, come and connect. Financial technology company, come and connect. Because you can reach where I can't reach. The companies might not have the time for you to go into villages, to go and register those individuals to do certain things that they want them to do. Whereas, you can go there. But if you don't share it with that large organization, nobody's going to know. So the idea just dies with you. So strategic partnerships where you can identify people that you can sell your idea to, they will buy into your idea and they might even fund your idea as well. There are a lot of organizations now, what they do is they have one day in the week where when you get there, all they're doing is they're just listening to startups and people that have ideas. Even we do it as well. Just come in, we listen to you. If it's something that we believe in, we'll work with you as well. And there are a whole lot of people that are doing it. I'm aware, that's why people like Co-Creation Hub, Y Combinator all came up. That was their thinking. That when you have something in mind, bring it forward. Let's talk about it. Let's see who can help you. So no man is an island. So I believe that we have the startup bill to start with, and that has actually helped in some way. I see that the government is also trying to have some funds provided for startup organizations. You also have the Bank of Industry. I don't know if people are aware, but you can not only just get advisory from Bank of Industry, get funds based on different industries that have been set up. And that's in terms of globalization and digitalization as well. There are other roles of government as well, in terms of the government actually easing out on certain taxes. They can give you tax rebates. They can also give you, depending on the industry rates that you have, because fortunately or unfortunately, we have a lot of things that we have to import in Nigeria. We'll get there with local production. But depending when we get there with local production, they can help to ease out whatever import duties that you have. Now, on the local production side, I believe the government has already started. For instance, on electricity, they're trying as much as possible to dole out to different areas where you have different industrial areas. So there are things that government's already doing, and there's more that government will also do as well. I cannot play an advisory role for government. I have to be careful. Advise the government. Well, kudos to them so far. In the last few years, the last governments as well, they have really tried to look at the startup industry. But another part that they also need to do is, if you know you want businesses to grow, you need to market our country. There's a lot of marketing that needs to be done, not just about Nigeria as a country, about our culture, which is very rich. We have a diverse culture in Nigeria, not in Africa. So those are places where startups can even look at and actually see what they can do as well. Because the government is not just about startups thinking, the government should think that where else can we get these guys to bring themselves and innovate the services that we provide as well. So I think that's things that we can do. If you Google Nigeria, it's easy for you to see that the industries that are selling, or the developed industries, you have oil, which has a lot of tech, you have banking, which has a lot of tech, and then you now have the telcos and other growing, we have agri-tech now, insurtech and others. What has happened is those companies out there, the so-called investors and venture capitalists, they are looking to go outside, they are looking to expand. And when you're looking to expand, you look for what will sell first. And what has sold first? Tech. And when you say tech, which tech? It takes you back to either oil, that's why you have a Chevron in Nigeria, for instance. Same also, I'll use Paystack. Paystack, that was their name, and then Stripe came in and said, guys, you've done a great job, we'll invest $100 million in you. And what they did that was really good, and why I used the story, because their initial CV, I think it was a Series Stripe had given $1 million to test. They tested the waters. And they saw that when they put small money in, that little money yielded a lot. And from there, they were like, guys, wow, we have a diamond in the rough. Before someone else matches this diamond, let's take it. And the diamond was bought over by $200 million. Not only did they do that, referring back to what said, they retained the founders. So they retained the two founders to ensure that there's stability. And the expansion plan, initial expansion plan that was given out for the Stripe team in Nigeria, which is now space that will be continued. So there's a continuum in their business. Now, what that tells you is that, again, going back to our government, what other industries can we develop? I mentioned tourism, and I said that on purpose. Yesterday, that was even one of the topics that we have. There are other industries that we have. But what is our government, first of all? Because whether we like it or not, our economy is largely government driven. If our economy does not move from being government driven to private sector driven, you will continue to ask the same question again. So we need to encourage people to actually industrialize and localize in Nigeria. And we also need to start, that's why I said marketing, because if we go to Wikipedia, I don't have the authority to go and sit down there and go and edit. But whoever the officials are in certain ministries, what you're supposed to do is you go back there and you start from there, because that is what the international community is looking at. They are looking at our websites, they are looking at the people that are coming from us. They are seeing, and the people that are coming from us are from these first companies. That's the oil companies and the telcos and the banks and all that. So they're seeing them and they're saying, oh, there's something here, but they don't know that the other industries, because they're not seeing those guys. I'll give you a quick sample. My cousin she's heavily involved in fashion weeks in different countries. And since she started being involved in those fashion weeks, people started coming to Nigeria to ask for adire. I know if you look at it now, the adire culture has taken a spin. Now we don't go outside to buy clothing anymore because our fashion industry is being recognized. Same also, I expect that our entertainment industry, the Bonners, the Davidos, we know them now. They're doing well. They're doing very well. Maven got investment. We need to look for other companies like Maven. That's the company for Don Jazzy, if I'm correct. So if we have more companies like that, we will get more investors. You just need to showcase the talents, because we are not. If we don't showcase what we have, why will people come? So it's not that people are looking at fintechs. Fintechs are the only things that are being showcased. Let us showcase more. And if you don't scream out, nobody will know. Like he said it, I said it. I said, if you keep quiet and you keep your idea in your closet, it will stay there. Bring your idea out. Let people see it. If you believe in that idea, sell it. Last but not the least, there's a guy, is it Kubi or what's his name? I think it's Kobe or Kubi. On Instagram, he started doing Kobe. All he used to do was silent videos. He wasn't doing anything. And from his silent videos, he got signed up by the top designers. From the Louis Vuittons to the Gucci's, all of them were signing him up. All the Nikes and co. All because he came out, he was doing videos on social media. We were all laughing. He was comparing like for like in different ways. What do you have within you? start searching from what is inside you, bring it out. I know all these cartoons, they say bring it out from your gizzard, let it come out. One of the things we have tried to do in System Specs is have experienced hires. And what we mean by experienced hires is, I don't like to use this term, but it's the best term for it, retired but not tired, right? We have a lot of people, we have talent here. So we have realized that we have the retirement age of within 60 to 65, but people are still mentally alert. Why are we asking them to go? So if you don't want to leave, we work out a really good program for you where we can, we'll agree with you on how you want to work with us. That's the first thing. Now, on the jackpot syndrome, in as much as we think that it's just us, it's all over the world. People are looking for the greener pastures, for better jobs. So there's, before it used to be just jackpot. Now you have jackpot within your own country, where all you need to do is just resign, stay at home, work online. Yeah, so you have that. So that particular one, what you realize is that if they are home, at least they are still, helping the economy in spending. So that's okay. In them going out, what we need to do is create jobs that, they can actually work in or with. Now, in creating jobs, you have to make the economy better. I'm not government. I'm sorry, I cannot answer that. However, we pray that one day we'll be able to have some balance in the way things are being done. I'll use another sample to answer your question. There was a startup that I worked with a few years ago. In this same jackpot, he was still, the owner of the company is still in Nigeria. He's working in Nigeria, but he moved his family abroad. We had gone through, different stages. We had done the basic due diligence that could actually allow the venture capitalists to say, guys, I think, we probably would, invest in you. So we went for the last meeting that, okay, we're here, just tell us how much you even want to give us, because they gave us a range of the deposits. And then this guy comes in on the call and says, oh yeah, we wanted to ask you, where's your family? And my boss looks and says, oh, they're in America. I said, oh, okay. We can't give you the money. Why? Your family is abroad. That means your mind is abroad. So if we give you money today, you'll jackpot tomorrow. And that was the end of it. That was the first time that jackpot reality really hit me, because it wasn't that I had lost anything. An opportunity, yes, had been lost. I hadn't lost my job. But it now made me look inward to see that, are there still opportunities in Nigeria? Yes. What are you willing to do to, first of all, cut your lifestyle? Because a lot of us will, first of all, believe, and as startups, for instance, you probably had a job that you were an ED or something, and then you still want to be traveling business class when you own a startup. How? It won't add up. In less than a month, you go broke. So you need to actually adjust yourself. When you adjust yourself, you find out that everything that it trickles down to the organization itself. So that adjustment has to be made. It can help in a way to curb jackpot, in a way. Now, what are the ambitions of the youth? What are the basic amenities that will allow people to stay behind? Are those basic amenities being attended to? In fairness to the government, they're trying. So for us, generating your own electricity, creating your own road, looking at your house, creating your own, getting your own borehole, drainage, everything, you literally are your own government. That's the truth of it now. But you now need to ask yourself the true question. Do you want to stay home? And I will actually use this more as an advice. I'd rather stay home than go out, because I don't have that family out there where I can just say I'm coming to eat amala or eba. We don't have that when you're going out. We don't have that support system. You turn off the lights, you turn off everything when you're out there. When you're here, I leave my lights on. There's no problem. Well, it depends. But however, at least there are little things that you can get here. So again, going back, the government should create a very good avenue, at least some level of comfort Basic amenities should be provided for. They should improve on the services that we have that would actually enable people to stay. Schooling is another thing. If you look at the people, the percentage of the people that are jackpying are people that are within the age of birth. That's them being able to give birth to children and taking care of, so the childbearing age. So when you have people of childbearing age traveling, it's because they probably want a better life, maybe not for them, but for their kids. So what's the education arena here? Has it been improved? Unfortunately, we all know that all our teachers who are jackpying, they're running. So not just improve the lifestyle of the teacher, but the training of the teacher. So the education system has to be improved upon. That is very key, because whoever is training my child, I want to believe that you have been tutored in a model that is right to actually take care of my child, because I'm leaving my child with you for at least maybe 8 to 10 hours a day. And when you leave that child, there's an impression that you set. I remember my niece when she came home one day and she spoke Igbo to me, and I turned. I said, "Yeah, well, where did you hear that from?" So my teacher taught me. I didn't even complain. I was okay with it. I didn't mind for a 7-year-old to be speaking Igbo, because I wanted her to be multicultural. And I loved it. But what impression and what teachers are we getting today? And also, that's the educational side. What about the moral side? What about the social side? Our social factors need to be improved upon. If it can be improved upon, yes, most likely people will stay. And again, there's a huge concentration in the cities, the Lagos, the Port Harcourt, the Abuja. What happened to, for instance, I'm from Ile-Ife. I know what Ile-Ife is like now. I wish the government could actually have Ile-Ife as a great city. And I'm sure all of us from our different locations and our local governments would love that. So we actually need to drill down to that level where we are looking, decentralizing and looking at the quality of the states. What are we pushing out? If you look at the drill down quality of the state, then people will now actually, even if the plan has been set in place, you'll be surprised at the impact of you just telling the citizens of your state that, look, this is the plan, this is when we are getting there. It's not going to be immediate, but in the next 5 to 10 years, this is the plan, this is how we're going to get there, these are the things we need to set in place. If we even start from there, things will definitely improve. It will help reduce the Japa syndrome, because now people will start saying, okay, I have a child that's 3 years old, she's going to be in secondary school, which is her major forming age, because when they're before the secondary school time, they're more home. So it's the parents that are doing more of the schooling. But when they're going into secondary school and they're now being influenced by their peers, because we send them to boarding house, they have all sorts of people they're mixing with apart from their teachers. Who are they mixing with? That's part of the social thing, the quality of the social life. Who are they influencing with? Who are they engaging with? So if we can start improving from now and the next 5 years, something great has happened. Definitely you'll see that people will reduce the jackpot. People will not start jackpotting to us. Yeah, jackpot.